Good evening, everybody. I hope you are having a good Monday and had a lovely weekend. I just wanted to jump on here really quickly tonight and just give you a rundown of the session we had this evening. It was called Building and Developing Mental Fitness. So what does that mean? What do we mean by mental fitness? We talk a lot about physical fitness, but have you ever heard of the term mental fitness? If you're anything like me, probably not until a few weeks ago, really. And I think I initially questioned, why haven't we learned that term or heard of fitness being talked about in that way before? Because I think it's a super interesting concept and one that's really important as well. So as I mentioned in my post, I am currently on a coaching program and it's all around positive intelligence, and PQ, which is the kind of shorthand for mental fitness, is the concept that one of my fellow coactive coaches has come up with. He's very well renowned and has done a lot of work in the neuroscience world around understanding our neurological pathways and why we struggle to change our habits so much, and the fact that actually his research helps me to understand there's a reason why it's really hard to change habits and change our thinking. And this really resonates with me at the moment because for the last few weeks, as you've seen, I've been doing a lot of sessions and topics around establishing habits and the regularity and importance of that. So, and the fact that meditation for me has become a daily practice is fantastic, but this program enables me to think about that slightly further. And the mental fitness piece really kind of enables me to kind of take my own training to the next level. So we did a few exercises this evening that are exercises that you can do anywhere throughout the day. So for example, rubbing your forefingers together for 10 seconds and just thinking about the sensation that brings you by rubbing those two fingers together, thinking about the ridges on your fingers, and thinking of nothing else, really homing in on that specific focused point for 10 seconds. Another could be really homing into the furthest away sound that you can hear at that time and just thinking of that and listening to that. Or the closest sound. That's actually a really hard one when I did it because, there's so much that we don't hear or there's a lot that we hear of everything. So to actually focus on that was really interesting. So I'm going to post a few examples, but the idea of this program that I'm on is the fact that actually we want to build PQ reps. So it's about doing your training as you would in the gym, maybe 6-10-second reps a day, and the more that you build those reps, the more that you develop your mental fitness. And it's all about rewiring our brain and building on positive habits rather than the negative habits that we've kind of become conditioned to over time. And there's proof in the neuroscience work that he's done that actually you can change those pathways in your mind, but it takes time. It takes continuous hard work. It takes regularity. It takes commitment. And again, it comes back to the fact that if you're struggling to change a routine or change a habit, it's not anything that's wrong with you. Our mind is very tough. It's very rigid. It's very stubborn. So, this work does take time. So hopefully a few of these little tasks that I can give you during the day to focus on, as well as concepts like meditation, might help you to start to rewire your brain in the way that you want it to look today. Because that rewiring will help you then create kind of the future that you want to live, rather than us being kind of a product of past habits and behavior. Because a lot of that conditioning would have just happened over time without us even realizing. So hopefully that's interesting, and feel free to drop me a message if you have any more questions, and I'm sure I will have more to report in the next few weeks. Have a nice evening, everyone.